Welcome everyone to another action figure review as I have the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Inspector Chan, aka the martial arts icon, the comedy action star, the legendary Jackie Chan, finally added into the 1/12 scale modern collection. So it is based on the 1985 award-winning movie Police Story, which is the right choice. It's a classic, one of his best films in terms of story, drama, action, comedy. It has the full package, and this went on to make many sequels, and I believe they're in the process of making a new movie as well. So looking at the packaging, the artwork is really nice, really well presented. It's not every day we have a Jackie Chan figure, and in the past they did do some for like his cartoon and maybe some third-party ones, but in terms of a true Jackie Chan figure, this is like the first. So we have a shot of Inspector Chan. His full name in the movie is Chan Ka Kui, or translated in English I believe as Kevin Chan, but for the sake of this review I'll just call him Inspector Chan or Jackie Chan. So this is a iconic scene, the bus chase scene taken from the opening of the movie. So influential that even Sylvester Stallone did a shot-for-shot scene in his movie Tango and Cash. And at the front we also have more artwork of different characters, and this is more based on the franchise of the Police Story. And on the side we have a huge text, Inspector Chan, Police Story, a shot of the figure with the gun, and it's the same on the other side with a different shot of the figure. Here's a look at the top of the box as well as the bottom, and at the back we have the Inspector Chan in different poses. So let's get the Jackie Chan figure out of his packaging and take a closer look. So before we take a look at the figure itself, this is all the accessories included. So here is the first look at the Inspector Chan, aka Jackie Chan's Police Story. So this is a dream come true moment for me in my collection. Finally, we have a modern day Jackie Chan figure. Ever since I started collecting figures, I've always wanted one, and it's a great moment to see one of my favorite companies, Tamashii Nations, make it. So it's based on Police Story, easily recognizable because he's wearing the green jumpsuit. And in case you're wondering why he's wearing this, no, he's not ready for Squid Games. Jokes aside, it is of course in the opening scene when he's an undercover cop, he's washing cars. So he's wearing this look, and later on when the gang get away, he chases them down, and it creates that very iconic moment, the bus chase scene. So I think it's the right choice to go for this. They could have made him wear the sweater and the jeans, which would have worked either way. There were some great fights in the movie when he's wearing that. So I would have been pleased for them to make any sort of Jackie Chan figure, whether it's from his other movies, such as Rumble in the Bronx, Rush Hour, Project A, Shanghai Noon, Drunken Master, the list goes on. It would have worked for me. Either way, I would have picked this up. But I think Police Story is a classic as well. So yes, they've made the right choice. When you see this, if you love Jackie Chan, you'll know that it's from Police Story. So proportionately, I think they've done it really well with the bigger arms as well as the legs as well. So it feels like the man is wearing a jumpsuit. It is quite simple in terms of a look. It kind of feels like a figure in a suit, which we've seen in the past. So yeah, it does work, and I guess that's just the way it is. And in the movie scenes, he sometimes has it unzipped. There's some dirt on it as well, but they've just gone for the most neutral look, which I'm fine with. And then we have his shoes, which I believe is accurate. I don't remember exactly, but I'm sure it's something similar. And then the most important thing is probably the face sculpt. And I think they've got it right, 80% to 90%. I think it's got that Jackie Chan likeness. Certain angles it works. This is kind of peak Jackie Chan in the 80s, the early 90s as well. He kind of had the same hairstyle, same look. So I'm fine with this. Different size, of course, you can see that. You can definitely see the lightness there. Straight on, maybe some angles not so much, but I think most of the sculpt is done really well. So I'm actually fine with this. So it does look like a very simple figure in a green jumpsuit, but it definitely works, and it's certainly a standout as a Police Story figure. And now we can take a look at the different accessories, starting off with the alternate hands. So the ones right out of the packaging, we get a pair of relaxed open palms. And this of course can be used for the running poses. So for the first set of alternative hands, we have a pair of closed fists, of course very important for a figure like Jackie Chan for those fight stances. For the next set of alternative hands, we have a pair of open grappler type hands, but this of course once again can be used for those martial arts poses. And for the fourth set of hands, we have a pair of grappler hands, and this is used to hold on to the umbrella. And finally, for the fifth set, we have a pair of trigger hands, which of course is to be used for the handgun. And next up, we can take a look at the alternate faceplates. So the one right out of the packaging is the standard look for Jackie Chan, which in my opinion is a decent sculpt. So they have included 3 extra ones, which I'm going to show you now. So for the first faceplate, we have one that does kind of look silly on its own, but this is Inspector Chan really struggling when he's chasing after the bus, and of course he's trying to climb onto the bus. So I think this one probably works with the umbrella accessory which is included. So it's a purple color, there's no articulation to it, it's just a built sculpt, which is decent, and you place it in the hand, and of course it does look like Inspector Chan is really struggling to get onto the bus. So this faceplate really needs to work with probably the umbrella, and it needs to get into the right pose. So obviously this umbrella doesn't hook onto anything, but you do need to find something in your collection. So this could work because Jackie Chan is always known for using props around him. So maybe you can pose this another way. And then for the second one, we have another serious face. This one has a different expression, especially around the mouth. Very similar to the original one, as you can see. I probably prefer the original one, but this one creates a different atmosphere. And for me, this one probably works when he's gonna hold on to the handgun, which they have included. Let me show you. So it's a very tiny piece, but this is the model handgun he uses. Very, very iconic moment. And I think this would probably work if you want to use that. So this is an action pose. And the final one, we have a comedy kind of look for Jackie Chan, which he's always known for action comedy. In the movie, there's plenty of funny scenes as well. So this one you can use it for, I guess, photography with different characters, or if you have other props around you. So if you've seen the Police Story movie, one of the really cool funny scenes is in the station when he holds onto a phone. This is from a different figure, of course. And now let's take a look at the articulation of the figure. So the movement of Inspector Chan, starting off with the head sculpt. So it moves side to side, no problems. 360 spin if you want, and it kind of tilts left and right, no problems. Downwards this much, which is quite a lot, and then upwards slightly. It kind of moves along with the neck as well. For the arms, we have these extra shoulder pads, so you can move the arms side to side. You just have to tuck them in, which is fine. And then you can also push them forwards, upwards, as rotate them backwards as well. And this is how far back the arms go, which is good for Jackie Chan for the martial arts poses. And it can also move inwards really well, which is important when he's holding onto the handgun with both the hands. And then there should be rotation on the forearm. As you can see, it's quite limited in terms of the elbow bend just due to the way the costume is built, but it does have it. And then we also have a rotation for the hand, and there's a slight hinge as well. For the body, I noticed that they use kind of like a soft material, especially for the bottom half, which is always good, especially for the articulation. So let's try the top half. It kind of spins side to side 360 if you want. It kind of overlaps, so just be careful to tuck the bottom half back in, and you don't want to kind of scratch the materials. And it moves side to side and then forwards, backwards as well. It does kind of create a slight gap, but you're kind of gonna get used to it. And then for the waist, very smooth. I notice it does spin side to side. And then crunch, there's actually not too much, unfortunately. But I think the body is fine because it does use soft materials. And then for the legs, which is quite important for Jackie Chan, for those martial arts poses, stretches really well. Kicks forwards and then backwards slightly. You can see rotation is actually really good. I notice quite smooth. And then the knee bend, this is how far back they go. And then for the actual foot, of course, there's rotation. There should be a hinge upwards and downwards, and there should be a toe hinge as well. So for the articulation, it's pretty standard. Of course, you do need to play around with it, and hopefully this figure can get into the right martial arts poses. So now for the size comparisons, starting off with the SE Figuarts Bruce Lee, as well as a Mafex Donnie Yen's Kane, as well as next to an SE Figuarts Captain America and Shang-Chi. Here it is also next to an SE Figuarts Goku and Yuji. And here it is standing next to some Marvel Legends with the Amazing Spider-Man and the Wolverine. And finally, here it is next to the Jada Toys Ken and Chun Li. So now for my final thoughts on the SE Figuarts Inspector Chan for Police story. This is without a doubt a one-of-a-kind release simply because it's Jackie Chan. It's not that often you would expect companies to be making a figure of him, so it's a unique release for that reason alone. And they have done it well in my opinion. It really captures the likeness. There's enough hands for different poses, the weapon is there, the gun, the umbrella, the different faceplates for serious and comedy moments. It does look quite simple overall as a figure. It's basically a man in a green jumpsuit, but it works for this particular version since it's now become a trademark look. And when you see this, you instantly know it's from this movie. I do like the addition of the gun and umbrella, although would it be nice to maybe include a stand for those poses like he's hooking on and climbing onto the bus, or maybe give us the alternative option of a gun like the loading version. Other than that, I'm actually quite pleased because it's a Jackie Chan figure in my collection and it will certainly stand out on my display. So my score is an 8 out of 10. It's not a figure for everyone, of course, but if you love the 80s and 90s martial arts movies, as well as Jackie Chan, of course, this is probably your chance to get one. Check out my other SH Figuarts reviews, news and collections, and thanks for watching.